Some Republican state lawmakers are making it harder for citizens to create ballot initiatives. In Arkansas, voters have used those initiatives to legalize medical marijuana, raise the minimum wage, and more.
But Arkansas's legislature has taken steps to make it harder to do so, and they're not the only state that are, putting restrictions in putting those restrictions in place. Andrew DeMillo is the Capitol correspondent for the Little Rock Bureau of the Associated Press, and he's been writing all about this and joining us now. So, Andrew, explain to us what exactly is happening in Arkansas.
Yeah, thanks for having me. This is over the past several years, as you noted, Arkansas voters have approved any number of very progressive measures here. Over the past several years, we've seen the minimum wage increase twice, medical marijuana legalized, and casino gambling expanded here. And what we've started seeing here in Arkansas and in other Republican states are lawmakers in reaction to this, putting more restrictions on the process. Here in Arkansas, the legislature this year approved a measure that would basically require that the signatures for an initiative and the wording of the initiative be approved at the same time. And that's something that critics have said would essentially lead to campaigns spending thousands, maybe even millions of dollars gathering signatures, only to find that there was a flaw with their proposal. There's also other restrictions that the legislature has put on the ballot next year that would put even more restrictions, including increasing the number of counties where a minimum signatures have to be gathered, removing a 30-day cure period that campaigns had to gather additional signatures, and upping the deadline for submitting petitions by several months. And this is something that has concerned a lot of the people who've been behind these initiative campaigns here, who say that this really goes against the idea of the initiative process, and for some groups may shut it down entirely.
So, Andrew, explain the GOP strategy. What's the strategic thinking here?
Well, the reasoning that lawmakers in Arkansas and in other states have had has been that they're concerned that not having these restrictions make their states easy targets for out-of-state groups, and they've pointed to campaigns that they say go against what the state should be doing. The example here is there have been a couple attempts by pro-casino groups in past years to essentially write these. And the concern from some GOP lawmakers is that the Constitution here is being changed so much that it's effectively legislating if you're changing it that often. And you're hearing similar complaints in other states that they believe that the initiative process has become an easy target for out-of-state groups. And so that's their argument for putting these hurdles up.
But from the point of view of the voters, I mean, this is democracy, right? There's an issue that people feel passionate about. Well, put it to the people and find out where we stand.
Yeah, and the issues that have passed here that have been approved in recent years have passed pretty strongly. Medical marijuana had strong support. Minimum wage had strong support, and it was kind of surprising for a state like Arkansas, which is solidly red state, and there's some pushback from the groups that have been behind these initiatives. Even talks about here in Arkansas. Lawsuit challenging these, and even possibly having a competing ballot measure to try to prevent some of these restrictions in Arkansas.
All right. In one of the graphs you write, quote, lawmakers in 16 states introduced more than 120 bills this year that would weaken the initiative process. That's according to the Ballot Initiative strategy. Is this a nationally coordinated effort? I mean, that's one of the things that you sort of mentioned in that on the part of the GOP.
I'm not sure if it's a nationally coordinated effort, but it's definitely a theme that you're seeing, especially in Republican states. Other examples that we've seen have been Florida, which most recently had Florida's governor had signed into law similar restrictions dealing with signature gatherers. Utah, where voters had approved Medicaid expansion, has also approved restrictions, and you're seeing several others. So even if it's not nationally coordinated, there is a theme that you're seeing among these states.
Yeah, I mean, often these ballot initiatives are more progressive initiatives. You point out that, Arkansas is a solidly red state, but there have been other circumstances, like in California, legalizing marijuana. It took a while, and it wasn't sort of, the ballot initiative indicated, despite what the loud voices were, exactly what how the people felt about legalizing marijuana, at least initially. All right, Andrew DeMillo, thank you very much.
Thank you.